starting. Please drive safely.
Hello and welcome. Just making a short little video here to familiarise you with the home screen and controls of your new UVUE U11 touchscreen dash cam. So this camera's been booted up and we can see the home screen here, and touching the screen will bring up the list of icons at the bottom of the screen. Starting at the left, we have the play icon, which will allow you to access all of the files that are on the memory card. The next icon across is to take a photo, so we'll just take a photo now. Makes a camera sound, and that then is stored on the memory card. The next icon across is your voice record.
Voice recording starting.
And off again.
Voice recording muted.
And on this side here we have the LCD off, which just allows you to turn the LCD off anytime you want. And here is settings. Now there's probably not too many settings that you would want to change, but I'm going to go through them anyway just to familiarise you with them. Starting at the top, we have ADAS, which is Advanced Driver Assist Software, commonly called lane keeping, which many new cars feature now. Below that is video resolution. By default we have Full HD and HD, and below that is the bitrate. Now the bitrate is basically relates to the quality and size of the video files. As the files get higher in quality, they get bigger and less fits on the memory card. But that's if you want to run the camera at a higher bitrate, larger memory cards, very cheap now. We recommend people just buy them at places like Officeworks. Next one down, drive impact sensitivity. This is how hard an impact the camera has to detect to lock and record an event. And next one down is the volume of the speaker in the camera. Voice recording on and off. And the next few controls, brightness, white balance, contrast, light exposure. Very similar to what you find on a normal digital camera or your smartphone. The display off time can be set for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds. On this camera I've got it set for keep on, just to make the make this a little video. Then we have date setting. This is automatic, it's done through the GPS, so don't need to worry about that. Password setting allows you to set a password on the camera to keep people out, and the event alarm sound is just for when the camera detects impact, it will alert you, so that's off by default. Now for the parking mode, this camera has two methods to prevent you from getting flat batteries and have the maximum amount of parking mode time. The first is the voltage setting. This camera is set to turn off when the battery gets down to 12.3 volts. And as you can see here, it's set for 6 hours. So whichever of those two things happens first, the 6-hour timer or the 12.3 volts, the camera will turn off. Now I would suggest if you change the voltage, do not change it any lower than 12.1 volts. Most modern cars will not start with a voltage below that. The voice guidance is the voice in the camera that tells you what the camera is doing, and the LED is to turn on and off the little blue flashing lights on the camera. These are a very handy feature to warn people around you that you do have a dash cam in the car. Can be very useful in a road rage incident, that people know that they're being recorded. External battery is a feature that you should never tamper with. If you turn this feature on, that means that you will basically get a flat battery, because there is no external battery hooked up on these cameras. SD card format is a method of wiping the memory card, so if you want to get rid of everything that's there. It's actually not necessary to do it, but if you choose to, that's entirely up to yourself. The SD card partitioning scheme, there are 3 different types, and what this basically does is allocates different amounts of memory to drive, event, parking and photo. So you're quite welcome to change that. Touch calibration is something you should never need. Wi-Fi setting, by default the Wi-Fi on the camera is turned off. You can easily turn that on and connect the dash cam to your smartphone. Next feature down is a factory reset. Factory reset will allow you to bring the camera back to the way it was on the day it was installed. System information just gives us the name of the camera and the software version in the camera. Self-diagnosis, very, very handy feature. Blue lights for things being normal, red lights for when there's an issue. As you can see on this camera, there is no rear camera and no GPS connected, so it reports those with a red dot. There is an online manual available with a QR code, and that can be used on iPhone, Android, or several of the tablets. So that takes us back to the beginning. One thing that I would like to strongly emphasize, if you look at the bottom of the camera, on your camera, you'll see a sticker that says please replace the memory card every 10,000 kilometers. This is preventative maintenance. These memory cards are wearing out from the moment you take delivery of your new Dashcam, just like the tyres on your new car. And we recommend that you replace the memory card every 10,000 kilometers or every 12 months, whichever occurs first. There is information in the glove box on recommendations for memory cards, and they are really easy to get and really cheap nowadays. So anyway, look, thanks for watching, and hopefully that will help you get the best from your new Dashcam. And if you have questions, please don't hesitate to make contact with us.